Hello everybody, and welcome back to the K9 unit. I've got some kobolds, you've got some time. Let's see if they can solve a murder crime. I don't know why I just thought of that. That was actually pretty good. Hi.
That was actually really good.
I was gonna say, that was literally top of the head, and you could tell.
Yeah? Nobody calls it a murder crime, but still. Anyway, welcome everybody back to the K9 unit. I'm going to turn the music down just a hair as we bring you back to Group True's progress in the plot. Currently, they are deep within the cave of the murderer. As the kobolds went on their quest given to them by the mayor of the city of Magnimar, they had found their way to a library where one of the murders had taken place. Following a trail of blood, they had gone through a series of caves through the city, eventually finding a path to an abandoned house. Inside that abandoned house, they met a lovely old woman.
There is.
And helped her clear out a bug problem while staying hot on the heels of the murderer. They slowly followed that strange creature through the caves into a cave full of puddles and crawfish.
I got a lovely snack when they left. They were quite burnt.
After battling the mysterious murderer and putting them on their back foot, as well as fighting off the majority of the crawfish, they gave chase, following that same murderer through a treacherous set of underground ruins that collapsed and fell around the kobolds as they took their chase. The murderer, using a variety of skills and spells, accelerated past the group, escaping deeper into the cave. But the kobolds now sit here, taking a moment to collect their breath, seeing the large wall ahead of them. Kobolds, last time you barely got them before they got away. You're still hot on their heels, and you know that they aren't far. Are you taking a moment to get some rest, or are you staying hot on the chase?
If I recall correctly, the group did take 10 minutes to tend to their wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was at the end of the session last time.
Yeah.
Do I need to heal my kobold then?
No, because you would have gotten your HP back if you did receive healing.
Yep. You don't have to
If they
manually
didn't
mess
then.
with the numbers. The system does it for you. Also, Kobolds, it is a new session, so you all get a hero point for starting a new Pathfinder 2e session. Make sure you got it marked on your
Ooh.
sheets.
I can only have one at a time, right?
Yep.
You can have up to 3 technically, but we're pooling the parties for
Okay,
clarity's
so-
sake.
So
Yep.
should I just leave it out at one?
Just leave it at one,
three, or
yes.
just- okay.
Did Martin use their hero point last session?
It doesn't matter, it resets to 1 every session.
Oh.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you can't save 3 of them and
Mizu, now you
Yeah?
see the problem I had in Starfinder when you guys weren't letting me do skill checks at first. My hero points were getting wasted.
I see. Apologies.
Yep.
I understand now. I might be a dumbass.
Anyway,
our kobolds. You're tending to your wounds and checking things over. Emmy. I can't. Bleh, words. Sorry. I've got a little bit of a dry tongue. You're sitting there looking over at Selena, attending to both of your wounds. How are you feeling right now?
I guess quite frustrated, having that guy looking so close to catching him and then him running away, but not a good feeling.
Does that fire burn in your belly to get him?
Yeah, there is always a fire in her, but yes.
Kate, while I'm going to ask another member of the party something, but I would like you to also write up how you're feeling right now and, what you think this mysterious stranger is. Just, what do you think is going on with this mysterious murderer?
It's a good question,
Honestly,
since you'll have gotten a few clues.
Yep. What do you guys think is going on with this murderer?
Although you completely missed out on the other location, so you don't have everything.
Mm-hmm. Gila, what are you thinking?
I think I'm feeling a bit proud that we managed to weaken the mystery person as much as we did.
You got him very much on the ropes. Title?
Considering what we saw, I'm very much interested to see who this masked murderer is. Especially since we were so close to catching him.
Selena, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Selena got a bit beat up and had a bit of trouble keeping hold of the mysterious figure, so she's a little sad at the moment.
Yep. We're going to wait a moment for Storm to get their response in. But before you see what appears to be a large wall that stops you from advancing further. You can begin to approach it if you'd like, and see what it takes to try to climb up the wall. Cade says, something weird and magical, that's for sure. Whatever the case, they're more scared of us than we are of them. We can win this, and that's what matters. Very strong words. Alright. You guys should be able to move. If you want to approach the wall where the killer left off to, feel free to.
Is this a trap?
You can roll to see that. I believe rolling the seek action will allow you to do a check around you to see if there are any traps or anything.
I did reveal the location of traps since this
I
thing was
see it in
over.
front of me, so I wasn't sure if it's activated or not.
Ah, I thought I was accidentally streaming something I shouldn't be able to see as a viewer camera.
No.
Okay, I was like, those traps are on screen. Is that supposed to be like that? Oh God.
Yes.
Okay, that was
I'm just
my
gonna move around it just to be safe.
Yeah, they're traps. You just don't know what they do or what they are.
Should I use a seek action to just see what it is? Or would it be like a waste of an action?
It doesn't matter. It's not like you have a limit. So
Yeah,
go
no.
ahead.
This
I
is
might
this is
well.
without turns right now, so you are fine to do whatever. Alright, so which trap are you looking at?
This top one. Don't know how to do the ping.
You would just hold left click on it. So like that one?
Yeah.
Side, would you like to describe it?
This one seems to be a rune, specifically of a magic type that I don't think any of you are familiar with. However, you can tell that it's something that is... I have traits on this, don't I? I don't. Crap, I should have put traits on this. It is something that would have attempted to forcefully push you, like a telekinetic force. Judging by the holes around there, you could probably guess where. Also, I'm gonna just remove the walls because y'all can't seem to walk over.
Yeah, go for it.
That
There we
one
go.
would also be a climb check. However, there's no downsides or like any kind of stakes going on right now, so we could just skip to the part where y'all make it across.
Yep, a 10-foot climb with enough rope, time, and ingenuity, you guys are able to easily scale the wall.
Could literally scale on each other's shoulders.
Do any of you kobolds mount each other on the shoulders to try to reach up high, or do you think you have the athletics to climb up? This is kind of just free form right now as we kind of get ready for the next area.
I think probably Selena can just prop us up, launch us.
Yeah.
I think she's strong enough.
Selena has
Gee,
that.
thanks,
voice,
Abby.
but-
Now I have a song stuck in my head.
So you just grab your friend and just whoop them over up atop the wall.
Mhm. She has no issue climbing up herself, given her size and strength.
She is a very big kobold, and a very strong kobold. Cade says, I don't have the athletics to do it easily, and whether or not I'd properly be able to counterweight a rope on the other side to anyone who doesn't. I feel like there's enough that you can kind of figure out and get going. But
Yeah.
you're all easily able to get up and move forward. At this point, are we ready to move on to the next map? Let us head on over to the next map. Kane, I'll let you take it from here.
Alright, that's me. As you enter the cave, you see laid out in front of you what appears to be a large room patterned similarly to a checkerboard, complete with two large rooks on the board. In the distance, you see the mysterious figure atop a wall, looking out at you all. Upon seeing you enter the room, the mysterious figure spreads their arms wide and calls out to you all. I'm going to type it out in chat real quick to see if any of you potentially recognize the language.
Okay.
It's a nope from me.
Not I.
Language? Yeah, no.
Nope.
And as he does this, you will see 5 creatures reveal themselves further into the room. And as such, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Boo.
The stone passage seals, by the way, behind you afterwards. Which means you're unfortunately stuck here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what's the worst that can happen?
Wait, why do I end up rolling? I'm clicking the dice button, but it's not.
Where is your dice button?
Next to initiative, +7.
Would you
I
like me
am
to just roll it for
refreshing
you?
my foundry because for some reason it's not allowing me to pull up the encounter.
Would you like me to just roll it for you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Martin, you may need to refresh, because usually when you click that dice button, I'm pretty sure it brings up a box with, like, where you can add bonuses or negatives
Yeah,
if you have
let me
them.
just refresh real quick.
Oh, those are certainly some numbers.
Yeah, one of those was a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
And the initiative starts with this taxidermic dog. Which, one moment. I forget how to show the image to the party.
I could take care of that. Just play your turn.
Alright.
Horrifying creature.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Well then.
It's like a tacky piece of furniture the old lady you met would have.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
My foundry, what happened?
Hello, Foundry.
Uh,
Are you okay?
Okay. At least that what
Abby.
happened
Did
to
everyone
me.
just get kicked out of Dice?
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, we did.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Did Ferris just refresh or something for us?
No, I updated one setting and it got very upset with me.
Oh, yeah, it always needs to reset for, like, all the important settings.
That was my individual settings for Dice So Nice. I was
Yes,
trying
the
to...
dice
Apparently
weren't
they
so nice.
weren't.
Apparently.
When you're a DM, don't mess with shit.
I guess. I'm not allowed to disappear my dice on my GM view, I see.
We're gonna need to reset the music.
I can...
And the first creature is going to use 2 of its actions to move over here, and then end its turn. Next in initiative, we have Gillo.
Alright. So, first off, Gillo's gonna lean over to their kobold buddies and whisper, I think those dog things are supposed to be the pawns. Before, I got out of the character sheet. Let me just pull that up again.
Sorry.
It's fine. I have 25 feet. Actually, wait, let me see if there's just something... let me see if I have something that... is in range. Oh, whoops. What? Why do I have... whatever, I'll just leave it there. Oh, I'm just making things worse, oh no.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to measure the distance between the dog and us, but I don't know. I don't know how to clear these measurement things.
Yeah, please don't use the measuring tool for that. That's for like AoEs and stuff. Just
Okay.
control and drag between
There
you
we
and the
go.
dog if you want to calculate distance.
There we go. Thanks.
Yeah. Because a lot of players don't know how to clear those after the fact.
I didn't realize control was an option.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm gonna start with using Frostbite on the dog closest to us.
Dog.
Oh, hi, doggy.
No damage. Uh-oh.
Ah,
You can
I
hover your
see.
mouse over the eye icon where it says no damage to find out why it took no damage
What eye icon?
in the text chat.
Oh, it doesn't have it for... Players don't see that.
Ah, never mind then. Well,
It has... Should we say it?
you can probably guess yourself. It resists cold.
this is also something that you can use the recall knowledge action to do.
So that uses an action, right? You know what? It can resist ice, but it can't resist gun.
You know...
Your logic is very sound with that roll.
I can't even refute your claims, Martin.
Yeah, you
I
know,
think
that friggin' works! That's a crit!
I think you're onto something.
I mean, when in doubt, use gun.
Go ahead and click that critical hit damage.
Oh my god!
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's guns. Guns.
You just
Yeah,
one-shot the dog!
That taxidermic dog is now just a pile of dust as it has just burst.
Anyone else? And yeah, I think that's pretty much my turn.
Oh, it was cute.
It was dead.
In a creepy kind of way.
Next initiative, we do have the mystery person. The mystery person is going to look out at the party. And as they do, you will hear an explosion go through the room. As Selena, you are hit in the arm with a projectile. And you will take 9 piercing damage.
Big ouch.
As the shot connects, and there is a small spray of blood from the impact, you see the blast itself, the blood, just drift through the air towards the mysterious figure. And with a glow, they look on their sheet to remember where the button is. There it is. That is unfortunate or the mysterious person. As the blood coalesces near them and falls to the ground ineffectually. Yep, that did not work. Alright. That will end the mysterious figure's turn, as we then move on to the doll.
Ugh.
Another horrifying creature.
Doll jump scare.
No.
Cute.
That is horrifying.
Porcelain woman jump scare.
As it moves into position behind the giant chess piece. And we move on to Title's turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. So, mainly due to range and everything, Title's... Let's see. Is gonna move.
I was going to say a small reminder of something I said last time. You can just use all your actions to haul ass across the map and move 75 feet if you feel like it.
That is fair.
Very important to say that because it's a huge map.
Alrighty. And you said control, click and drag will measure distance?
Mm-hmm.
With your current movement that you have done, you have 55 more feet of movement that you could use.
Honestly, I'm fine right here. We know that the taxidermy dogs are resistant to cold, but what about her?
Find out in a moment.
So Tidal will cast Ray of Frost.
Alright, make sure you target the doll and hit that attack button.
Or, I can just miss wide. That works too. That will be my turn.
Next in initiative, we have this taxidermic dog up here. It is going to use its movement to get right here next to Tidal, and that is its turn. Amiristas, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move 25 feet forward. Oh. Sorry. I'm from here. I'm gonna cast over there this spell. Which...
A 5-foot burst is 4 squares, by the way.
Oh, it is. Okay, well, then just in a way that hits her, yeah. That's 5 foot.
She is 40 feet away from you, not 30.
Oh, she... Wait, but... Like, there still fits into here, so I can bait? Would work?
It wouldn't that corner that is currently being targeted be able to position the 5-foot burst?
If you think that's fine, then yeah, sure. That one, I actually don't know if that's allowed. So
it's a weird rolling, but we'll
up to
play
you,
it.
GM.
It will now roll its fortitude save.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, it still takes half of the
One
damage.
success. Yeah, persistent damage. Let me put the thingy there. And that's my turn.
Alright. With that end of turn, it is now another dog's turn.
What's the dog doing?
Accidentally, clicking on the screen. It is going to use 2 of its actions to run closer. And its third action to attempt to bite. That is a critical miss on the taxidermic dog's turn. Next in the initiative, we have another dog. Alright, it is going to also use its actions. I have accidentally selected the wrong dog. Unfortunately, the previously mapped route would have taken it through the chess piece. So it now will attack. And miss. Ending its turn, we have Selena up next.
Alright, Selena will advance to here. And enter Dragon's Dance. And very sadly, take a swipe at the very cute doggy.
It's
Reminder.
not good. It's a taxidermy dog.
Reminder: you need to call it a. You need to call it out if you're gonna do flurry of blows before attacking.
No, just a regular attack.
Alrighty.
Well, I suppose this is the end of my turn, so I probably should do flurry of blows. Yeah, I guess I will.
Well, that was one action to move up, and then flurry of blows is also one action.
Dragon's
You'd
Dance
still
is an
have
action.
something else, right? Yeah, you're right. I forgot you didn't have that set up when you started.
So flurry of blows, Dragon Tail.
Oh my god.
Don't think the second one will be necessary though.
Alright, go ahead. Oh,
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god.
What a tail on this woman.
and with that strike, this taxidermic dog is also reduced to a smear of dust on the ground.
And a tail strike would make Snafu jealous.
Nah.
And
I'd
that's the end of my
compliment
turn.
it, but you know.
Cade, we return to you.
Abby, would you like to narrate what Cade says, or should I?
I'll let you go for it.
Alrighty.
Curious how you will interpret the language and words that come out of the masked murderer's mouth.
Oh no, I meant Cade.
Oh. I thought you said you were going to try to interpret Kane's words. I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, Cade.
I can say what
D.
Kane's doing, yes, sorry.
Go ahead then.
Okay, where was it posted?
It was not posted yet.
Oh,
I'm asking whilst they're typing.
Okay. I'm just like looking around, I'm sorry. Cade stands there for a brief moment, unsure exactly how to feel about the incoming sniper fire, but after a brief moment of hesitation, they leap into the fray with all the others, activating their overdrive.
Go ahead and roll that crafting check. That's a success. You get that plus 10 total movement speed, bringing you up to 35.
With a whir of the gears, the equipment activates, and you do get the boost. Use the boost!
Abby?
So, you four seem to have the dogs well in hand. There's a problem up on that ledge. Sorry. You're asking how high the ledge is out of curiosity.
I believe with the last group we said 15 feet high.
Yep. So it will be a harder athletics check. And this is during turn order, so you will need to take actions to do that. Or one action if you roll well. Sorry about that, I got a phone call and I was just like, hold up.
He's fine. Just poking you because I know you're busy.
I know, I just wasn't expecting a... It was a spam line, but still. You're gonna remain 2 actions to book it over there. Well, with that enhanced movement speed, you should be able to make 70 feet of work out of it. And now, Murderer, there's a determined little kobold charging right for you.
There is. And unfortunately for them, as part of their movement, they have passed through the range of a trip snare. And I need you to make a DC 21 reflex save.
And that full sprint.
Oh, no!
Would you like to re-roll that, Gade? Alright, right-click the number 6 and then roll with re-roll. Turns a crit fail into a regular fail, you fall prone. You'll need to take an action to get back up on your feet.
But they have used both of their actions to move, as this was part of their current movement.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are traps in this room as well. As your overdrive activates and you run across the room, you feel a snag around your ankles as you fall prone. A simple tripwire trap between you and your quarry.
I'd like to think that tiles of the chessboard basically like flip and the trap's just there afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just like not enough time to react to it. Because how are you going to hide it? How would you hide a tripwire in a big open field like this?
Alright, so my first action is going to be to reload. If I can figure out how to do that.
Just say you spend one action
on
to
your
reload.
ship. There should be an action on your sheet that says reload.
Alright, let me just pull that up again. Action on the sheet. Oh, here it is. So I reload and... Trying to think of which dog I should go for. Because I know this one's neck, or this one's the, I guess, the highest dog in the turn order. While this one I have the perfect sight of. I'll just go with the one in front of me. Or, yeah, the one that's best in my sight.
And with another critical hit. Roll that damage.
Dang, Gilo, you are a monster! A Gila monster.
Not as big of a hit, but fortunately for you, they don't take a lot of hits, as this one is another burst of dust and fluff.
Yeah.
Poor cute doggies.
Wait, why is it? Oh, whatever. And I'm gonna take my last action to reload again. And that's pretty much my turn.
Alright, next in initiative we have the mystery person. Who, seeing not only the devastation brought upon its minions, but the armored kobold that was rapidly approaching their location, has a look of concern on their face as they once again will call out to their allies.
Since Epi mentioned it earlier, what language? Can I see what language that even is in as a GM?
If you mouse over
The prior language was one that I knew the party
Yeah.
did not know. I am selecting a different language that the mystery person knows.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking so I can. Since Epi mentioned it, I'm like, yes, time for me to attempt to voice act fantasy language number 13.
You should be able to mouse over the globe in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
To see it.
Still unintelligible for me.
That's what I
Also
mentioned, sounds like.
intangible for me.
And then you will hear a click in the distance, followed by another blast. Cade, you are hit in the armor with a projectile. And whereas when your ally was struck, the blood flowed from them towards the mysterious figure, this time it does not. As, after a moment's consideration, you will see... hang on. Ah, yes. As they begin to glow in a similar fashion to you. We move into initiative back to the doll. As it uses its ability Trample. I now need to draw out the route that this creature will move. Yes, it has 25 feet of movement speed, so it moves in this direction. And I need both Emirasath and Selena to roll their reflex saving throws. And with a success, Emirasath, you will take half of this damage, and Selena, you will take none.
Reminder that the dolls succeeded their saving throw against the persistent damage, so they'll also only take half the persistent damage at the end of their turn.
Do they? It doesn't say that on the spell. Wait, it's all the way up.
Basic saving throw. On a success, you take half. On a crit failure, you take double. On a failure, you
Why?
take
But
normal.
it's not a basic saving throw. It has the specific effects.
Doesn't it have literally the word basic saving throw in it?
No.
Let me go take a look then.
Oh wait,
basic
basic fortitude.
fortitude
Yeah,
save,
no.
yes.
Never mind. It has another effect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Really quick, I'm going to... It takes half the damage, which means, unfortunately, it takes no damage.
It seems these creatures are resistant to elementals. Damage.
We are now on to Title's turn. Title, there is a taxidermic dog in front of you.
I see. Alrighty. So they're immune. They may. Okay, so they seem to be immune to elemental.
That would be something you could completely clarify if you successfully roll a recall knowledge.
I think I'm actually going to do that.
You have to suggest a skill to use.
I'm just trying to think. What
I
skill
will
would be?
throw you a bone for the taxidermic dog.
I was going to think. Before you throw me a bone, let me think. Considering it's taxidermied, I would think craft would be applicable here.
Y'all are enjoying these doggone puns.
You know, I would be willing, but do you need to be trained for recall knowledge?
No, that's the cool thing. Recall knowledge is something you can do even if you're not trained at all.
I will also point out, and thank you, Side, but another thought occurred to me. Could also use occultism, considering the practice of using a dead body to turn into a living thing like this.
And that kind of leads me up to another thing that I wanted to say to Kane. You can totally just hand wave. Like, every creature's got an actual skill listed, but you can just, if the player suggests something that you think makes sense, you can just use that.
That is true. I will let you select which of the two that you have suggested, because both of those, I would say, do fit.
Another thing also is, depending on the skill you suggest, you might get different information. So crafting would tell you about their physical defenses, not their elemental ones. For example, if Kane wants to rule it like that.
Fair. I was actually leaning towards using occultism. Oh wait, crud, I did not mean to... It would be a +4.
Alright, I'm looking at what you have rolled. And with your occultism, you think that you know for sure that they seem to be resistant to the cold, but you're having difficulties just gleaning what the rest of the resistances that it could have would be.
Okay.
That was your first action.
Yeah.
You have 2 more.
Then I'm going to Spell Strike. And I'm going to... Well, I don't know if I could Spell Strike with Turbulent Tide, can I?
Let me go take a look at that spell for you. You can, but you have no reason to, because Turbulent Tide is already a spell that involves you striking the enemy as part of it.
Fair.
And it's a single action, versus Spell Strike is 2 actions.
Turbulent Tide looks like it's a 2-action spell as well.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Either way, it is still a focus spell from the Magus class, so it recharges Spell Strike. You haven't used Spell Strike yet.
I did use Spell Strike, but what I haven't used is Arcane Cascade.
Like this combat?
At all.
No, I mean, you use Spell Strike this combat?
No, not this combat. Last
It
session,
recharges.
in a different combat.
It recharges between combats, because it's literally 2 seconds. You can recharge Spell Strike by just thinking about it for 2 seconds. AKA 1 action.
So, I am going to Spell Strike, but I'm going to use Slashing Gust for the Spell Strike. Would that...
Yeah,
I wanna make
absolutely,
sure
go
that-
for it.
Okay, so Spell Strike first.
It is a spell that targets AC, so it uses the same result as your weapon attack.
And since there's not any water in here, she's only using the water from her specified canteen. Which would be this one. Oh, wait. I was targeting the wrong thing.
The other creature.
Yeah. That is my bad.
It's okay. Go for it again. Hey!
That will hit. Go ahead, roll damage for your attack and roll damage for your spell.
Very nice.
For clarity's sake, I'll also put the description
accidentally had you
of the
guys
spell.
clicked on the wrong token for the damage.
Oops. Wait. That's the wrong spell. Sorry, hold on. My brain is all over the place. I am so sorry.
I got it.
Yo, is that a slashing gust?
And it took no damage.
It took no damage because from the physical damage from your weapon, the taxidermic dog was destroyed.
Ah.
And there is a puddle of just a mud-like substance as the water and the wind just makes a muddy splat on the ground.
Ugh.
Ugh. That's not very cash money.
I have
Next
ideas
is
for
a
that.
Dead taxidermic dog, and after that, we are back to Amirasath.
I have ideas for that, but I'll explore those on my next turn.
Okay. Well,
All that is left is a doll and the mysterious figure.
If it feels like it's too easy, just reminder, you basically ran straight here from the previous rooms and previous combats. which were very exhausting.
Oh,
Another trap, another roll.
wait.
Amirasath, I need you to roll a reflex saving throw.
Oops.
You are clumsy 1, and you move 5 feet up from the trap. Which, as you move up, you notice, rising out of the ground, a little mechanical clockwork monkey.
Monkey.
Oh no.
And as such, I need you to roll another reflex saving throw.
Yeah. Oops.
You mind describing what that looks like, Kane?
I will in just one moment, as I am adjusting the effect to show the proper time limit on it.
Oh, it's not visible. Not well.
As you are pushed forward by the trap, the clockwork monkey springs into action, scrambling all over you, applying clown makeup, an outfit, and clown shoes.
Okay.
And with that, you should be able to continue your movement.
Right. That was one action.
That was one action that got you onto the trap, so you have 2 more actions.
Wait. Let's see all the taps then. If there's any more.
Oh no, we applied the clown curse to the viewer camera.
No!
Oh no, I can't believe you called all the viewers clowns.
With the name of the effect as the entire circus. So, Amirasath, I am so sorry that you are triggering so many traps.
No.
Got the whole circus watching us today.
Because as you squeak along, you find another snare.
Right. Oops.
Oh no.
Nope, just clumsy too. And
Yeah.
you are moved 5 feet.
It's
Sorry, 10 feet from the critical success. Which is unfortunately a 4th trap.
Wow.
Yeah,
honk,
first
honk,
group
guys,
got
I'm
very
in the
lucky.
way. Honk.
The first group got extremely lucky. They triggered like 1.
And you now need to make a fortitude save.
Y'all don't understand. Of the GM view, there's like fucking 50 traps on this map.
This is a reminder that you can use a seek action to try to scope out traps.
Yeah, but this is funnier.
You're not wrong.
No, not wrong.
And unfortunately, due to your position where you were from triggering the monkey trap, that was 2 actions, and you are now here.
Okay, that's my turn.
We now move to Selena, who has seen their partner run off, get launched into what I can only describe as the Team Rocket trap maze, and get turned into a clown.
Yeah, that sure was something. Selena will do another flurry of blows to attack this cute dolly. Very sorry, dolly.
That'll hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, and then your second attack from Flurry of Blows. As you smack at the doll, and it does take some of the damage, but does not take all of it.
Unfortunate.
Wait, was that the end of your turn?
No.
That was their first action.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything else, my bad.
Yeah, that was my first action, so I will use
So
my
you're
remaining turn actions to try and move up a bit, avoiding the traps. Oh dear.
You have once again triggered a trap.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and roll a reflex save. You are pushed over here, but that trap has already been triggered.
Alright.
That will, unfortunately, take your turn as the setup snare was 30 feet away from your starting position.
Yep.
Next is Cade. You are prone on the ground, and traps have gone off all over the place around you.
Cade scrambles to their feet, resolving to keep a closer eye on the floor going forward, considering the chain reaction they just witnessed. It seems the mystery person commented on that too, although you'd have to know what language they were speaking in to know what. Either way, Mia responds with, "Yamada!"
I love the crew we have here.
Give him the sass.
She stays this, in full clown makeup.
Your mother
The seek action has a 30-foot range around you, and you would roll a perception check, and it would get compared to the stealth DCs of anything in the area.
Technically, it doesn't have to be around you. It's just an area of 30 feet that you can see.
Oh!
And this is why I put the action on everybody's characters whenever it comes up. Because you can read it on your own time. That is the one downside of the basic action macro, is that it assumes you know how to use this stuff already.
Alright, so I guess where would you like to put that seek area? I will post a thing in the chat so you can place this area where you would like to look. Right there. All right. So with a 15 as your seek roll, you see a trap right here. And that is about all that you got from the seek action.
Is important to note, since it's perception versus their stealth, that means it's possible there's still more, but they're stealthier.
Mm-hmm.
Or there could be nothing, and I'm just picking it up so you waste time. Being a GM in this system requires a very good poker face, I just realized, because that happens a lot. A lot of instances.
Alright, move your 35 feet.
With that last
Alright,
action,
as
Jade
you
will
run
stride.
directly towards your target, nothing happens. You don't set off any traps.
Sorry.
We go back to the top of the initiative with Gillo.
Who's been left so far behind back there?
To be fair, they've been back there doing solid work, taking out enemies.
Didn't really feel like moving too much.
You
Speaking of
have
not
more
moving
actions.
Speaking of not moving too much, I'm gonna try and shoot the doll. Or not. So, damn. Well, I need to pull up the reload action again. So I'm gonna reload. And I'm gonna shoot again. Dang it! My luck's running out.
And with that being the end of your turn, we move on to the mystery person. Who is looking at the armored kobold and the clown who are rapidly approaching their location. And is going to take a step or two back before another ping sounds and another blast.
It sounds like Kate has a reaction to that. As
That
just
they
at the
do.
last second, they snap their shield into place, right as they're about to take the blow. Fantastic reflexes.
It's a good move.
This causes the
Which
hit
will
to become
bring
familiar.
their AC from the attack hitting by 1 to the attack missing by 1. And then another ping comes from the, whoops, that was not meant to be spoken as Cade. That was meant to be spoken as the mystery figure. If you are able to read it, then you, as a character, know the language.
Yep.
You should be able to mouse over a green globe in the corner of the chat message to see what language it is.
I don't know why I spoke as Mia there, but yeah, you can see in Kobold Speak or Sackfroth, which you all have because you're kobolds, you can see what it looks like when you understand the language. Sorry for accidentally making you say something, Mia.
And because you'd obviously be able to recognize the language being spoken, it's Goblin.
That is apparently still coming from Cade, despite it being the mystery
that
person.
One was Cade. That one was Cade.
I'm blind. Legally blind. Don't mind me.
It's fine. We'll just add it to your repertoire there, Mizu.
Mm-hmm.
What, being legally blind? Yes, that is another catchphrase of mine. Thank you for noticing.
Fair.
Alright, and that will be the mystery person's turn, and it is now the turn of the doll. as it rushes towards Selena and attempts a headbutt. Dealing almost max damage from that hit. It will then attempt a second strike with a multi-attack penalty. And after that, it is now Title's turn.
Okay. So for Title's turn, one action. 20.
As you move, nothing happens.
Okay. Actually, I have to spell strike or cast a spell this turn to activate Arcane Cascade, correct?
Yeah.
This is correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't able to activate it before moving. Since technically my last action was a spell strike.
Oh, excuse me.
It's a pretty restricting requirement to enter Arcane Cascade.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm just gonna attack with my weapon. And since I am flanking, cool.
I would say to
still
make sure
forgot-
you target the doll, but that roll will hit.
Obviously, I'm guessing not crit, even with the reduced AC.
Not with the reduced AC. It is still too high of an AC.
Yeah, we're trying something a little stronger than something with 10 AC. I don't think there's anything with 10 AC actually, except like deers.
The slimes have then I see. Like
Yeah,
the
the slimes.
scopes.
Yeah, but the slime's also got like fucking 50 HP at level 1.
Yeah, but
You have
they
dampened
have
the
10
doll,
AC.
but it unfortunately does not take any damage. You do have one more action.
Well, considering physical damage isn't working and none of my spells are single cast, I am going to spend my third action to seek.
Please give us a 30-foot bubble somewhere.
How do I make the bubble?
I'll just put something in chat for you if I scroll up to go get it.
I found it.
Thank you, Ken.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Alright, go ahead and roll that seek. You do not catch anything in your area of seeking.
I should ping more often so it moves the viewer camera.
The only thing you see in that area you have selected are traps that you have already seen go off.
Alrighty.
Next in initiative, we now have Amirasath.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna cast ignition at them.
All right. With the attack, the mysterious figure will leap out of the way.
Okay. That's my turn.
And as they leap, they land on a trap that was set up here.
So they landed on a trap they themselves set.
Yes. And as they land on it, the trap itself flings them further away. And as such, they are a little bit harder to see due to their elevation and prone state.
You want me to drag the effect of greater cover on you?
If you could.
I'm on it. Keep going.
This does bring us next in initiative to Cade.
You skipped me.
I did. My apologies. It is Selena's turn. I did not realize that the turn had already shifted.
Okay. Bludgeoning's not doing great against this doll, so let's try piercing. I'm gonna flurry of blows the Fang Strike. That successfully hits twice.
And with the first hit and the damage it has taken, you see several cracks spiral across the doll. And the second attack deals full damage as the armor, the ceramic armor that was over its body, has been damaged enough to no longer offer any resistance.
Okay. Probably best not to try another attack, so I will try and advance.
Alright, as you advance, no further traps go off.
And that's the end of my turn.
Now it is Cade's turn.
I will sadly need to confirm that unless you have a climb speed, you still need to go up to the wall with one action, and then start climbing with a second action. Because I know somebody's gonna ask that.
It'll be one action to approach the wall, and then another further action to climb. Yep. That was an accidental click.
That is a critical failure, meaning that upon attempting to climb the wall, they fall to the ground and land prone.
Don't they have party rerolls they could use if they wanted? Or have they used them, and I have just missed it?
I mean, if they
They
want
have not.
to.
Yeah, no, I believe they have all of it. They have their party reroll at this point because we've been live since 5:45.
Yep, so you will have one party reroll if you would like to use it. Go ahead and right-click and choose
Reroll and take the
new
higher.
result.
Yeah, newer, not higher. Might be.
Does anyone in the party object to that?
Nope.
Nah.
Very kind of you, Storm, to ask before doing it. Go for it.
You are no longer
Okay.
prone, and with this, you would. Sorry, I felt like I was about to sneeze. You would move up the wall, and I believe with climbing, is it you move your movement speed on a success?
Are you sure that's a success?
Oh, no, never mind. My brain saw that the number was no longer red, and, was like, oh yeah, that's a success. That is not a success. But it is not a critical failure.
I'ma just do this. For the future. Y'all got eyes. You have more or less a pretty good idea of how hard it would be to scale this wall. It's a DC 15, like the previous walls
Alright,
of the
so
ruins.
that was your second action. You do have a third. That is a success, and you are now at the top of the wall. And we go back to the top of the initiative order with Gillo. Gillo, your allies are advancing on the mysterious figure.
Yeah, so I might as well actually move this encounter, but first I'm gonna reload. Since that's
Yeah, you
fun.
don't have line of sight anymore.
Yeah, but it'd be good to just reload beforehand so I don't have to do it later. And I'm gonna go. Oops. All the way behind the tile. And I think that's all I can move.
with your 25 feet of movement speed and your 2 actions that you use to move, that will be your turn. And we go to the mystery person, who is going to use 1 action to stand up and is also going to, as you have seen in previous encounters, get the hell out of the cave. With that, the encounter is not quite finished, as there is still a heavily damaged, but still there, doll. That is going to do as it has done before, an attempt to trample. As it rushes the 2 of you and then flees away, I need both of you, Tidal and Gillo, to make reflex saving throws.
Which one's reflex again?
There is a button
Just-
in the chat that you can click to do the roll. And as with the previous trample attempt, one of you takes half damage, the other takes no damage. Tidal, hit that half damage button. And with the doll's trample being a 3-action ability, we are now on to Tidal's turn.
Alrighty. Oh.
That is 30 feet.
Oh. For whatever reason, I thought that was 25, not 30.
If you counted the number of squares, yeah, that'll happen. We live in a Euclidean universe. No matter what, if you go diagonally twice, it's gonna take 10 feet instead of 5.
We're gonna
Oh,
start
the moving range was me.
We are going
Was that a
to start taking shots every time you say that line. We live in a Euclidean universe.
I have to, because y'all keep trying to move fucking 40 feet in one turn.
And so far,
This
the
is why I
closest one
don't
who's
trust
able to
y'all
do
to
that,
move.
the one who's closest to doing that is Cade, with their their speed boosted armor.
This is why none of y'all are allowed to turn off the measuring when moving thing in Starfighter. That's why I have it turned on and impossible to turn off.
I just love that line.
I just want to be fast, man.
Yeah, well, you could do that by being a monk instead of breaking the rules of reality.
Why do that as a monk when I can do that as a barb?
Yeah, that too.
What if I want to break the rules of reality?
Then play
Denied.
an
I will say that movement you are not able to do, as you will move through an enemy's space.
Oh. My bad. I wasn't zoomed out enough to see that.
No, that is fine. That is what we are all here doing, is learning.
Mhm.
So 35 to there.
This becomes 55. Your limit would be here.
35 plus 15.
Oh no. Is that the route that Title has taken?
Yes,
I'm
it has.
thinking.
The thing I'm highlighting, yep.
Okay, cool. Nice to know my thinking still triggered the
Oh
trap.
no, you can. If that is what is going on, I will re-hide it. But yeah, there is a. I'm not going to re-hide it. You now know there's a trap there. That was me getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, who moved you if it wasn't you?
I was the one moving, but I was trying to calculate, and I was thinking on how I wanted to do things, and then that's when yeah.
Yeah, no, that was me getting ahead of myself.
I would say to avoid confusion next time, just use the measuring tools.
Just
Got it.
hold down
Sorry.
control, click and drag.
I mean, now that I know it's there, I'm going to avoid it, but
You can set waypoints along the way by clicking again. Like
Yep,
that.
It's not click and hold, it's just click while holding control.
okay. I
mean,
thought
you
I had
still
to
need
click
drag
and hold.
to start it, but yeah.
Yeah, you have to click to drag to start, but once it's started, then you can just keep clicking while continuing to hold control. It's waiting for the control press release.
I think. Sorry, my screen moved. So. I think that'll be the movement path. It'll use up all 3 of my turns, but... yeah, I think that'll be my movement path.
So when you have it measured out like that, try hitting spacebar. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, now let's just hope the doll doesn't actually have attack of opportunity.
We
In
now
this
move
system,
on
you could
to
assume.
Amirasas.
You can assume almost nothing does.
I'm gonna move here.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands on Celine. And I'm gonna cast it again. Using all my focus points. And that's gonna be my turn.
Alright, with those 2 bouts of healing, we move on to Selena's turn.
Alright. I will move up to attack the dolphin. And I will do a flurry of blows of tail strikes.
That will hit.
No, forgot to target, sorry.
It's fine.
And with that hit, the doll crumples to the ground.
Alright.
And you do have 1 action left. However, you all are now out of combat. And I guess I must ask, Cade, are you waiting for your allies, or are you just going?
It seems Cade crouches by the ledge, offering a hand to help Tidal up, along with anyone else who might need a hand.
Aw, very noble of Cade. I would
So should
say,
I start like? Oops, sorry.
I would say with the assistance, yeah, you are safe to catch up.
As Cade says, we may have them on the run, but I'm not going in there without backup.
So the negatives from the cloud thing, it only lasts a minute. With the clouds, do I still have my clouds, or I'm just like a clown now for the rest of the time?
It sounded like a whole clown outfit and makeup and everything, including clown shoes that make this noise that I keep putting via soundboard.
Like my question is, once it runs out, is that gone, or am I still just like a clown?
If I recall correctly, it's a curse effect, and so, yeah,
It is,
it
but
would
the
run
effect
out.
would last for 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
So if y'all running in, it's still gonna be there, but if you just wait a minute, it's gonna be gone.
If you wait a
Including-
minute, maybe take time to try to heal one another,
Yeah.
you may have the clown effect fade.
it may be prudent.
By the way, y'all could cross that gap. I removed the wall.
All right. Someone going to be using their medicine on Cade to try to heal them.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
have
take
this-
this time
sorry.
to focus. But yeah,
Wait, I have this thing that uses nature instead of medicine, right?
Yes, as
I
the
mean-
herbalist dedication, you can use nature instead of medicine to heal. Oh, that is a good point. It has not been an hour since the treat wounds has been done.
Anyone else traded medicine in the party?
I mean, I have medicine +7, but
Now, it's someone else other than you.
okay.
It's based on person. Not method.
With medicine, Cade themselves is trained.
You can tend to your own wounds if you feel like it.
You can heal yourself.
Although I am looking at treat wounds, and treat wounds is just general treat wounds immunity. I think the thing we're thinking of by person is combat medicine or battle
Alright.
medicine.
Cool. So y'all would have to take a very long break if you wanted to tend to wounds, unless you have a potion or something else. Although, actually, I couldn't think of it. Y'all have lay on hands, right?
yeah.
You could wait 10 minutes to recharge all your focus points and just spam that back in on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Who needs healing? I think only Cade.
I'm still a little hurt.
Okay.
I am also just a little hurt.
Yeah, same.
Right, so I guess we're gonna take like 20 minutes. I'm gonna pass lay of hands once on everyone with the
Do we
time.
want to wait that long? We're pretty close to catching them.
Yeah, I guess I'm just healing. Who is the most hurt?
By the
Yeah.
way, we're playing remastered PF2E. It's 10 minutes to recharge all your focus points.
Yeah.
Your pool has 2. So you could cast it twice.
Yeah.
But then
Okay,
you
I'm
go
feeling
into the
you.
next fight with no focus points.
Mm-hmm. Healing you once.
I will. Sorry, literally broke into a cough as soon as I started speaking. I do have a healing potion as well, so if I need to use it, I can.
So there goes my healing. cave and to Stone and to Selena. I mean, we got now, I guess.
Now, that being said, while Amirasath was using the refocus ability, Gillo could use treat wounds on a different party member.
Yeah.
So who should I treat?
Looking at the injured party members, yourself, Amirasath are missing 2 HP, and Tidal is missing 3.
I could probably treat wounds to Tidal. Just need to figure out what's that under.
I put the thing in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me just...
You can drag and drop that thing that I put in there to your hotbar if you feel like you're gonna use it often. Although, I don't think we have much longer, do we?
I believe we don't.
So, treat wounds... Oh no.
That's a nat 1. You would be hurting them with that unless you wanted to use a reroll from the party or your own.
I would not like to be more hurt, please.
Yeah, I'll,
Yeah, usually you don't.
Yeah.
so just 0 point?
That's your choice. Don't ask us.
I mean, you can only go up from here.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
That's very much up. That's quite a bit of healing for yourself.
I'd rather not hurt Tidy Tide.
I see what you did there. I respect it, but it's not going to work as well.
Fair enough.
What if they start calling you Tide Pods? Does that work?
Ooh, Gusher.
Oh my god.
Anyway, as you guys are continuing to kind of do your healing and whatnot, you do hear the criminal is down the cave just a bit more. Do you pursue?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we will move to the depths. Oh, wait. We forgot to put your tokens on the map. Sorry. 1 second.
I'm legally blind.
2, 3. Ah! Excuse me.
Reminder, Abby.
Sorry.
Control C, Control V.
I know. Couldn't think when brain in mid sneeze. Oh, okay. As you continue down the depths of the caves, through the various stalactites, stalagmites, and depths that these caves go, you eventually find yourself in one final open area, a dead end for the kobolds, but also for the murderer ahead. You see them before you, what appear to be in the spotlight from what appears to be a hole in the cave above shining down. There's a waterfall coming from a broken sewer pipe to the right that drains away into the groundwater. And on the left side, what appears to be a ledge that rises about 10-15 feet up above the kobold, with some ruins and whatnot that may block your line of sight on approach. The murderer seems to be tending to their wounds, wrapping their arms in gauze as you approach, and they have not noticed you. Kobolds, what do you do?
I mean, I could try to sneak over. Actually, wait. Only... Yeah, I have good enough stealth. That's a good...
If you are attempting to stealth your way over, what I will say is for this, are you attempting to stealth yourself onto the left side on the raised area where you'll have the height above them, or are you trying to stay on their level?
Which one would be easier to do?
Well, depends on what you do.
See, that's the cool thing. You don't know.
Yeah.
You have to make that decision yourself, not the GM.
Yep.
Given title as a martial fighter, she's going to stay on level, but she is going to try to sneak up.
Okay. There
I'll
do
try and
appear
go
to be...
I'm sorry.
There do appear to be a couple broken ruins you can try to sneak behind spot by spot to try to get an approach on the figure. So who is going to try to stay on level and approach, and who is going to try to ascend to get a height advantage on the mysterious murderer?
Probably go for the height.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay on level.
Those of you that are
Let's
gonna...
do that.
Alright, so a couple of you are gonna stay on level, and a couple of you are going to go up the high route. Okay, so it looks like the majority of you will stay on the lower level, but one of you will go to the higher route. Is that correct for you, Gilo?
Yeah.
And everyone
Yeah,
else is on the lower
Think so.
level? Okay. That's the case. As you begin to approach, I'll have you all make stealth checks.
Right now, or later?
Yes.
Please make sure that they are blind rolls that only the GM can see, because you would not know how stealthy you are. This practice is called avoiding notice, and it allows you to use your stealth for your initiative instead of perception, if you think it would be better.
Mia, your steps against the ground are but a whisper in a dream. You rolled a nat 20.
Okay, nice. Good. Feels well like the whole session.
Mia,
So,
you can get within 20 feet of the masked murderer, including and up to this downed pillar, or this pillar right here.
Oh, cool. Right
this
now.
is the sneak.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright. For everyone else, your footsteps are not as stealthy, and it becomes pretty evident. I will say you can get up to a range of about, and I will draw it on the map for you guys, so you should be able to see. I can... Oh, no, not like that, like this. Anywhere outside of that bubble you're able to get to with your stealth rolls. But as soon as you step inside that area, you will garner the creature's notice. That is a 40-foot bubble around the creature. At this point, can I have...
I believe.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask: is this point within the bubble or no? Because
No,
it wasn't
behind
highlighted.
It is behind the pillar. So you could be
Okay.
actually in the space above you, and it would still be fine. Mystery person, the murderer, I would like a stealth roll. Or not a stealth roll, a perception roll. Let us... Side, would you like to roll it?
Yeah, sure, I can
would
do that. I got their stuff open.
I would imagine those of us hiding behind the ruins are going to be a lot harder to spot.
It seems as if they haven't noticed you. at all. It seems as if their guard is down as they are hastily trying to tie the bandages around their wrists. I will allow you guys to, if you have the ability, to start repeating a spell or getting a single action ready for the start of combat, whether that is rushing in or getting yourself ready or something along those lines. Now, Gila, from where you're standing, you do not have direct vision with the mystery person. The ledge itself is blocking your view at this angle.
So I can't see Emmy?
You technically can see that, like you on the map see the mystery person because you knew where they were standing, but you don't have visual eye contact with them at this point. You would need to get closer to the edge to see them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. I was thinking of using Rousing Splash on Emmy, but I'm not sure if I could see.
You're kind of far away, aren't you?
Yeah. What's the range?
The range is 60 feet.
A big splash.
How hard did you say this ledge was, Abby?
15 feet.
15, so that would be...
45 feet across. So 50...
That would be exactly 60.
Oh my goodness. You have exactly enough range to rouse them with a splash.
Here, have some water.
You will gain 1d4 temporary hit points for 1 minute.
Please drag it on yourself. Mia? There you go.
Sorry. Come on. Yeah, I can.
Alright, you
got HP.
You got 3 temporary HP.
Nice.
Alright.
Yummy water. Nom nom nom.
Is there anything else you'd like to prepare for before you begin your strike?
I would like to... Huh? No, you go.
Selena will enter Dragon's Dance as a preparatory action.
Okay.
Tidal is mainly just going to charge in once everybody's ready.
Okay.
Just of note, it's not the ready action like in D&D.
I know.
It's just, you know.
I'm gonna take out a bomb. You know, just get it already on my hand.
Okay. At this point, if you're getting ready to begin your strike, I will roll initiative. I believe in this case, because you guys are actively trying to be stealthy, you can substitute in stealth, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of your perception roll, if you have a higher stealth than your perception, you can use that.
I'm gonna use a hit point there.
Do you really want to use it on initiative?
Well, yeah, I did, but apparently it was a bad idea. But fine.
It's not like you get an extra turn.
I mean, going early is basically an extra turn. But
No,
yeah.
it's not.
Yes, it is. But let's not go on that. No.
That's not how it works.
No,
Yes,
also initiative for the same, so.
Wow.
What is going on right now?
Pain.
Wow.
Pain and suffering.
This is literally the universe telling you, no, it's not getting an extra turn. You'll live even if you're last in initiative. It's fine.
That's what they all say, Side. That's what they all say.
There's still only 1 turn per combat round.
The
We're
one
not
turn
using
wombo
reaction
combo.
time.
I believe we need a roll from Storm. Oh,
Aid requires a initiative roll, but however they're having a driver error and cannot see.
I'm also gonna hero point that terrible.
Would you like me to roll for you, Cade?
Squeak once if yes. I don't know if you can easily squeak with the way it's being right now.
Or literally just type anything anywhere.
God.
Oh my god.
Both initiative rolls that were re-rolled only improved by +1.
You will live, even if you're last in the initiative order.
There are useful reasons to go first.
It's quite possible that Storm is currently restarting their PC if they're having driver issues.
Yep.
I'm going to roll for them whilst we wait. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
I'll use the higher of their stealth or their perception. It is their perception.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe they left the call, so it's very likely they are restarting their PC.
Yep.
It seems you're back, Storm. Welcome back.
We never ended the last encounter, so we have
No,
to...
I just started this encounter for you, Abby.
Oh, I'm still seeing the old encounter on my tracker. My...
You may need to refresh Foundry.
Yep, it's
Let
broken.
me just do a thing.
This is fantastic.
What about now?
Well, I just refreshed the page. Why did it move me here? There it is. Okay, now I see the encounter proper. Okay.
Yeah, I activated the previous map and activated this one afterwards.
Okay, strange, but hey, it works. Alright. The mystery person takes their turn first. Side, would you like to describe what they do?
Although it looked like they were bandaging their wounds, however, specifically, Imirisaf will be close enough to see that they are fiddling with an object in their hand, which they'll activate as their first action of the turn. As a gigantic cloud of smoke surrounds them, and they seem to disappear from view.
Smoke envelops the creature for but a moment.
And at that point, Abby, that's all you.
In the place of the smoke, and the creature you saw before, appears to be a large, looming, draconic figure standing in where it was. The creature gives a large and feral roar as it turns to look to you all and begins to approach on the attack. It will move down here and looking around, it will, because it is so massive, it has reach with its massive tail, attempt to hit Tidal with that tail.
You did see them whilst they were running away, capable of shifting sizes.
Oh, God!
Oh no.
Wait,
They have reach, we just said that.
I understand the reach, but wouldn't it also be cover?
No, because they are a gargantuan creature of 4x4, and this pillar would be at most 5 feet above the ground.
Fair enough.
And
Most.
they crit, dealing 12 damage. Alright, and that is
Is the 12 already crit?
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure, because if it was double that, I would be dead.
You're good. Don't know why I do that. It's fine.
I rolled initiative because you deleted the old initiative by accident.
Yeah, I know. Being an initiative's being weird, but it is Cade's turn. Cade, the creature approaches. Cade is right. Is the creature large enough to be climbed? Would it be a bad idea? It is a gargantuan-sized creature. So, in theory, it should be scalable. But it is also a very active and living creature. I believe there's already a feat for this kind of thing, though.
There's rules. I've never studied them. I'm gonna go look them up.
Oh, goodness. There's climbing on a big crew. There are Shadow of Colossus rules.
Yeah. I know 5e has them, and they're like pretty simple. Let me see.
Oh,
I feel like we should have. Oh, go ahead, Abby. Sorry.
They said that they weren't. They're going to save that for their Lancer game.
Oh my god.
Just climbing on the giant robots.
These are things that we expected the party full of marshals to do.
Yep. Cade rushes toward the creature. And we'll overdrive their armor one more time. Roll that crafting check. With an 18, you succeed.
From what I've seen, I think they've taken that rule out, actually. Doesn't seem to have gotten reprinted for 2e.
It's difficult to climb on your friends in Pathfinder 2e.
There's rules for riding other creatures.
And Cade swings wildly with their shield, trying to hit the massive creature. Your swing connects, but the large chitinous scales of the armor of the creature itself stopping the attack. Because you can miss, even though you made physical contact. You just didn't hit a spot that he was weak to. You hit him in the strong part of his armor. I believe that is your turn, Cade. Yep, that is your turn. Alrighty, title. The large creature approaches and took a pretty big whack of its tail against you. How are you holding up?
Ow.
Might be time to get some revenge with that massive waterfall over there.
True. So, for move 1,
you quickly scamper your way over to the waterfall, hiding behind the pillar.
I didn't mean to go the one extra over.
Yep, you're good.
For now, action 2, take out the potion she has in her bag, because it is in her bag, so I have to use an action to pull it out if I recall correctly. Is that correct, Side?
Normally, yes. However, I recall Abby said that house rules is typically not that, so you tell me.
Specifically, we omit the action to take out an item.
I think it's pretty much only if it's in a backpack, so that would take like 3 actions. That's the only time it matters.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
like, it's in your pocket, or it's attached to your belt. You have quick access to it.
Okay. So. Gonna down that. And action 3, she will form a weapon using the water source.
Alright.
Just for clarification, Abby, which one is she getting?
Oh, you're getting your big damage today. That's a lot of water.
Fair. So, is it the D12 or the
That is
I'd imagine.
that is a full-ass water puddle coming out of a underground pipe. You are getting your full D12. Enjoy your big hit. Like,
Awesome.
it is a fire hydrant coming down.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is my turn. Because there's not really much else I can do.
Alright. Emmy, it's your turn. The beast is right there, but it did not notice you when it approached. You're hiding behind the pillar. Kept it out of eyesight, or kept you out of eyesight. What do you do? Maddie?
This is not an argument that should be happening.
I'm gonna cast. What is the name? With fire on this creature. So let me place the cone. Can I spin the cone? I'm not sure.
You
This
can aim
cone
your
starts
yes.
from your space.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways, let's say I aim it, so Storm isn't in there because they just wanted to place that easily. Wait, actually, I think I can move it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can aim
no.
it like that. Yep.
Right. Well, in 9, and because of my bloodline ability, blood magic, Phoenix Bloodline, it takes 1 extra fire damage.
Okay. So it will make its reflex save. And will succeed.
So 5.
So it will take half damage. And then it will take half of the 1. Take no
It says
damage.
it combines, so it should be 10, but yeah, it's fine.
The creature becomes combined with target take 1 fire damage.
I believe that Emmy's ability adds 1 on top of
Yeah,
Okay.
the 9,
I
so
will
it'd be
adjust-
10.
I will adjust the number as such. Okay, I was just like reading the
Yeah.
word to make sure it was like, okay, that is how it works. So that 1 gets added to the 9, then half to make 5.
Yes.
Okay.
okay, that's my turn.
All right, Gilo. Now you can see them. Now you can see them, and they're big.
So, just wondering, if I go to here, would I be able to, like... Would he be, like, in range of, like, a range attack?
Where you say? I mean, from here you're in range. It depends on what ranged attack you're going to do, but yes, you can attack around the pillar.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Oops. My first action is to move here,
All right.
and then I'm... let me see. I'll save that for another turn. I'm gonna go Frostbite for now. Okay, probably should Yeah, I
Yeah.
could reach him.
Oh yeah, you got good range here.
So
Okay.
So it has to
let
make.
us- Oops, sorry. Go for it.
No, I just was wondering. It has to make the fortitude save, right?
Yep, and it got a nat 1. Roll your damage.
All right.
So on crit failure, the
I
target
forgot to
gains
target him.
weakness 1 to frost.
So it's weak to cold.
And we'll take
The bludgeoning.
into bludgeoning, and we'll take double damage from the crit fail. The
Ooh.
ice forming crystals on its back that look very fun to shatter for those with big melee weapons.
Or
And
fists.
Like big tails.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since I moved and used the frostbite, I think that's pretty much my turn.
Okie dokie. Celine.
Well, speaking of big tails,
Mm-hmm.
move up and
Move
flurry
up.
blows with the tail strike.
E. That will hit. That will miss.
Oof.
You got one hit in though. So roll that damage.
I already did.
Oh, there it is. And they will take 15 damage because you rolled a 14, but they have that weakness, so it did an extra damage.
And that is my turn.
Wonderful. With that, the masked murderer is looking down at the three of you. Mia, Storm, Vera, Emmy, Cade, Selena, all are about to be targeted by its Draconic Frenzy. It will make 2 claw strikes and 1 tail strike in any order. So, we'll first target. Let us roll 1d3 to see who it goes after. We'll target Selena. And we'll attempt to make a tail strike. It's a tail fight, and it will hit, dealing 9 damage. And then we'll target you, Cade, using its... it is 2 claw strikes. So it's going to use its first claw strike. Oh. Change your target, sir. Thank you very much. Critting you, Cade. And dealing 20 damage. Before targeting you, Emmy. Dealing 1 more claw strike. Critically missing on the last hit. Will attempt to attack again at you with another claw. Missing again. Its frantic swings and claws, unable to gain purchase this round. Cade, it is your turn. And you are not looking too hot at the moment.
As a matter of fact, for folks watching, they look about near death.
If their hit points were on a scale of 1 to 21, they would be at a 1.
Oh no, 1 HP in a dream.
It's a very specific scale there, Abby.
Not an accurate one, because they got max HP of 24, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah.
They told you there was no way that explosions could heal people, but they were fools. Fools who didn't understand Cade's brilliance. It's fine. That's just the animation.
Yeah.
Heal
Go
yourself.
ahead. Yep. Sorry. I said what you were saying.
Nah. I was just saying heal yourself, Cade.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You heal, but unfortunately you critically failed. Do you want to have a party reroll? Or does somebody in chat want to be very nice?
Y'all have had terrible luck against this boss.
Resist
My word.
1 fire damage, it's fine!
I mean, that works.
Yeah, with the
Carol is
element
giving you a
heart kobold's
reroll.
heritage.
Sorry, but yes, your element heart kobold does naturally resist it.
I mean, you could take the reroll and maybe use the explosion again. That's your prerogative.
True. You could just keep exploding.
You cannot reroll the healing with a hero point, sadly.
No,
The unstable check.
Yeah.
Yep. You were given a reroll by Carol in chat, Storm, for your overdrive check, or your unstable check.
Unstable.
So if you re-roll that and take the new number, oh, it makes it just a failure. Okay. Well, that's still better than nothing. I believe that was one action, Cade. You have 2 more. With your shield in tow, you grip it tight and bash it forward. Crit for crit, you bring it down on the creature. Roll your damage. A massive hit, slashing the shield against the creature's face, doing some massive damage, even ripping a scale off. They're pretty big scales. I believe you have 1 action left, Cade, because raise my shield with my last action, or keep it raised, really. Alrighty. Title. It's your turn.
Alright, so. I'm trying to think of what a 1d12 weapon is. Though I suppose it could be really whatever I want it to be.
A big hammer?
That's actually exactly where my brain was going.
A very big hammer.
Alright, so. And spell strike for the money.
Alrighty. You rush toward the massive beast and attempt a spell strike.
I did not target. I keep doing that.
Alright, roll it again with the target on it. That'll hit! Bring the massive sledge down on the dragon beast.
So as I said, I am spell striking. And we're going to do slashing gust with it.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, okay. Okay. Okay, sorry, was trying to figure out damage. And there we go.
Okay, so with the slashing gust, you hit with the 6 damage. Now roll your damage for your big weapon. That's that 8 damage. But they take extra because of their frosted condition.
Nice.
Doing great work on it. I believe that was your turn.
Yes.
Emmy, you're up.
I'm gonna move down.
And with that, you will get flanking with Tidal.
Yeah. And I'm gonna cast Ignition using the melee option. Oh.
Okay. That is a heck of a move. With it off guard by the flank, you just get the hit. The fire damage coming in and hitting the massive beast.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Gilo, it's your turn.
Alright, so before I do anything, this isn't actually like 30 feet, right?
That is 30 feet. Because the
I wasn't
creature
sure
is
if, like-
so massive. Like, where you are standing, it is eye level with it.
Alright, because there's like 2 spells that I'm kind of debating between, like, which one should I use? It's just... They're both those things where one's 30 feet, but it has a 5-foot burst, so... I'm not sure if Emmy would be caught in a blast or not.
You can have a burst be in midair.
Alright.
Like if you're touching the top of the creature.
You know what, this one's... Yeah, this suits skill a little more.
Alright. Plants rapidly grow from the ground. All creatures in the target area take 2d4 damage. Type damage on the type you choose to grow. On a crit failure, the creature experiences additional effects depending on what you choose to grow. Alright, so you're gonna go grow flowers, cacti, fruits, or roots?
In typical Gillo fashion, fruits.
Alright, place your 5-foot burst.
Here's good, right? If you can see it.
Where...
Try clicking, Martin.
You have to drop it,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
There it is.
you.
Alright, and I will roll the reflex. It fails! Roll your damage. The sprouts come forth and blast the creature. The fruits exploding with very, very spicy lemons in his eyes.
And then since I have one more turn left, does it say what? Hold on, let me just check how much the range is for the flintlock pistol.
I believe it's 40
can-
foot.
You can
Okay,
shoot
so-
outside your range as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just... Yeah, well.
Alright, sadly, the shot goes wide and does not connect. Selena, it's your turn. And the creature looks worse for wear. You might be able to get the hit here.
Okay. Flurry of blows, tail strike.
Go for it. With rapid motions, you try to strike at the creature. The first shot missing. The hit bouncing off of one of its scales. Your second shot not even taking purchase in the creature. Does the party have a reroll?
I think we have one more. I think we have 2 party rerolls currently.
I think 2 got used up. So 1.
I know one came from chat. I wasn't sure about the other one.
So there is a party reroll at this point, then. Would you like to reroll your first hit?
If the party agrees, yeah.
I'm fine with whatever.
Cade?
Do
Title?
it, do
Go for it.
it. These levels are really a +1.
Yeah.
The funny thing about RNG, sometimes it is the most least random thing possible. Alright. That was one action. You have 2 more actions.
I can attack one more time with -10 though.
It's called fishing for the crit, and everyone does it.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, your second attack in a flirt. No, never mind. You already did that for the one above.
I did, yes.
I think that was only one action for Flurry of Blows, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is one action to flurry, so you have 2 more.
So you could attack twice. You
Oh.
see?
Hey,
This is why
there
we
we go.
fish for the crit! Look at that! Alright, roll your crit damage. The first 2 strikes miss one after the other, but the third finally finds purchase, landing square, giving this draconic beast the worst boop in the nose it's ever seen, smacking it square in the snout as I keep doing these, what is it when you say a bunch of words with the same starting letter?
Alliteration.
Yeah, those things. You have one final action, and the creature looks like it's about to fall. What can you do?
Hit the gun. I will punch it.
Just punch it. It will go, sadly, just wide. The creature, unless chat gives a reroll, but at this point, I believe it is time for the creature's turn. The creature, seeing that they are surrounded by small, scaly creatures, will turn to you, Mia, and attempt to strike with its massive jaws,
Okay.
and will hit,
Yep.
dealing 13 damage to you.
That's nothing.
Before turning to you, Title, and attempting to strike as well. The massive jaws coming down and connecting, taking a chomp out of your side, dealing 11 damage. Finally, to you, Selena. It will attempt to strike. Instead of its massive claws coming down to try to rake at you, it balls a fist and tries to slam it down on you. Just barely missing as it slams into the dirt, shaking the earth around you. Cade, it is your turn, and the beast is about to fall. Can you finish it off? Keeps getting stuck on Turn the Tide.
It's a good song.
Isn't it like a 30-minute loop or something?
No.
Oh, it's set to loop. That's why. All the other songs don't loop. Once it gets to that one, it loops.
Because the intention was for it to just be for my area.
Well,
my part of the cave.
I could fix that for you so it only plays in your cave then. Actually, no. Never mind.
Don't worry about it.
It just
it's
needs
fine.
to be moved to its own playlist.
Not because it's the music file itself that has that feature. Anyways.
But, Cade, put everything you've got into this. See if you can finish off the massive beast. Cade, seeing the punch heading towards Selena, spots an opening and goes to end this fight. The armored kobold, at incredible speeds, gets the hit.
Incredible for someone wearing so much armor.
With the non-lethal, intentionally going to strike to not kill.
It's fine,
does
we can
connect.
read that language.
And connects with a massive crash of the shield. The large creature is hit right under the jaw. Its head flings back as for a moment it begins to rise and rise and rise before slowly the creature lifts itself up. The force from the blow making it stumble backwards and fall, defeated. And for a moment, you breathe and you rest. Before the
We did it.
creature... Oh, go for it.
Oh no, that's all I was gonna say, sorry.
It was just we did it.
Yeah.
Cade, you feel the adrenaline rushing in your veins and the thrill of that hit connecting, that feeling in you. How do you feel? Cade, in that moment, you feel your legs start to give out. The pain from that strike and the armor that is suddenly a bit more bent around you, showing various dings and dents that it has gotten today. You look over at the massive creature, still breathing. Before you notice for a moment, its nostrils flare and it starts to stand itself back up. It uses the reaction, "It was all a clever ruse." Upon defeat, the dragon will take a moment before restoring, roar loudly, and return to full HP. The large creature rises once again and looks to you all with a large roar before stopping for a moment. What do you do?
I'm probably
Before or after minorly panicking?
Do you scream?
Yes.
No.
Maybe?
Ah, mixed results, I see.
Before reeling up on its hind legs and sitting down in a proper position, clapping its hands together with a wicked smile on his face. Well done, adventurers. Above, you see shapes coming from the hole. Before you, suddenly you see what appears to be a familiar pink kobold drop from a rope above you all. Oh,
There's two of her.
Yeah.
No.
Apparently multiple of her.
Well,
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
wow, Gilgamesh, they actually took a scale off you. She smiles and looks over to the group. Well, congratulations, you did well.
I would just like to point out, Tidal is currently panting, hammer on her shoulders, both hands gripping it, like almost pure panic on her face,
You can
as
come
she's
out,
just trying to calm
everyone.
down.
Layla, we might need you. You need to heal some people.
Oh, I'm coming.
Yes, you guys did wonderful today. Here, come here. At this point, combat is over. So,
Selena hides behind a pillar.
oh, no, wait, why is that one running? Did they do a crime? You didn't hear you guys do any crimes.
I-
You guys did wonderful today. Here, come here. At this point, combat is over. So, no, wait, why is that one running? Did they do a crime? You didn't hear you
I-
guys do any crimes. Did they do a crime? You didn't hear you
I-
guys do any crimes. Congratulations! You all passed!
Hooray! You did it!
Are you okay?
Is currently in a mental breakdown over the stolen broom again.
Is he okay?
Sorry.
The pink kobold will walk up to you, Emmy, before quickly are they okay? Before walking over to you, Title, and pointing over, are they okay? Before walking over to you, Cade, and pointing over and be like, are they okay? Are you
Also-
okay?
Healing is to distribute amongst your party as you will.
As the Title is still kind of in battle stance, just kind of staring at the dragon at the moment. Still massive water hammer on her shoulder, ready to swing.
You need healing. Hi. That's my dragon. Don't worry, he's nice. Do you want to pet him?
At this point, she's just gonna kind of fall on her rear end, the hammer of water just kind of cascading down over her shoulder as she falls back.
But you do, and also you hear Gillo speak up. Okay, sure, I'll give it a pat. Could I just have him jump down like this?
I will say you walk down because you will have to roll damage if you jump down.
Yeah, let me just.
Yeah. Because it's a 15-foot drop, that will hurt. You can't drop down 15 foot without, getting pretty hurt. At this point, you notice the dragon starts to recess in size, slowly returning back down to a smaller scale as what appears to be an enlargement spell has faded on them. The large dragon takes out a tie, puts it around his neck, and extends a giant hand to you, Gilo.
Ooh.
Do you shake?
Yes.
You will. And they grab you and shake you a little bit before putting you back down.
Oh. Strongest handshake I've had.
Yet. They will begin to walk over and look over at you, Cade, leaning over to softly pat you on the head. You hit quite well. I want you to know that. I've never seen a shield user so offensive before.
Mr. Dragon?
Gilgamesh. My father was Mr. Dragon.
Okay, Gilgamesh, I apologize for punching you in the face.
Don't! I was trying to pretend to be a murderer. Of course you can punch me in the face. Ah, it's fine. Actually, no, wait. Come here. I want you to actually try and punch me in the face. No, punch real me in the face. Come here. I swear it'll be fine. You won't hurt me.
I'm good. I'm good.
No, please punch me in the face.
Actually, it was me they punched in the face.
No. It was the monk that got punched pretty badly.
Back in the first part of the cave, that was me, thank you.
Oh,
I will say I feared for my life for a moment the moment I heard them scheming outside the house.
Oh, yes, they were going to beat you over the head with a steel chair. It was hilarious. Oh,
Yeah, hilarious to you, my dear. I didn't feel like being on the ground unconscious.
Oh, that
You
fox
should
would have
all
been
be
so
ashamed
mad.
of yourselves
Why?
for considering assaulting an old woman in her own home.
Oh, that not me. Okay.
I mean,
You should be ashamed too, actually.
I should be ashamed
What the
of many
I
things,
do?
but I don't worry about that anymore.
My defense, I had nothing to do with the old lady. I just hid.
You did not try to stop the others from attempting to do so.
I am not that kind of. I am not the kobold to break up a fight. I just run from them.
That still makes you complicit in their act of assaulting an old woman. I'm sorry. You would be arrested and tried for that.
Yeah,
But
very
we
lucky
didn't
that is not the
assault
case
her.
here.
We did not assault her.
Yeah, no.
You're
correct
If we only stuck to what ifs, then we'd be talking about the time I got turned into a small creature, or almost got turned into a big woman with massive boobies. But we don't recall that at the moment. That was a weird point. Don't worry about that adventure. Anyway, you
Interesting.
big, and she will look to you, Selena, and just say big.
Selena tries to be as small as possible.
Big.
Steffi still has their hand open, expecting the broom.
Did you take the broom?
I already addressed her about it in Nagashi, specifically to avoid making it a big scene, but now everyone's staring at you.
Selena faints.
No! I broke one
Oh,
of my
dear.
codes! How do I wake them up? No! They've got to sleep!
I'll just take this broom and return it to the home upstairs.
Probably for the best.
I think she might need a nap. And a hug. Do you think she want to wake up with like 10 kobolds and a dragon in her room?
No. She will not appreciate that.
What about 9 kobolds and a dragon?
How
No.
about the plants?
What about 8? Best I can do is 7.
I will take care of Hal, thank you.
Okay.
Why does this feel like more regular canine shenanigans and not the end of the end of Magnimar?
Who knows? But anyway, if you all want to come back to the tavern with me, I'm gonna buy a round of drinks and a giant bird. I don't know what bird it is, but it's gonna be cooked. You want some?
Sounds good to me.
Place is a bit
And-
messy after we left it, unfortunately, but I'm sure you'll do fine.
As we're walking, by the way, Poro,
Yes.
Arian will point at title. This one's mine.
Oh, you're taking this one.
Under my wing, yes.
I'm very confused.
Wet
Don't worry
kobolds
about it.
Stick together. Got it.
Also, you said you were the one that I punched in the face.
Yes.
I am sorry for punching you in the face.
I was pretending to be a murderer. I literally signed up for it.
You should have punched harder.
Agreed. Sometimes Arian just needs a good slug in the face.
I mean, in fairness, it wasn't just a punch. It was a whole, aqueous blast.
It was a whole fist of water, yes.
You gave him the whole Baja Blast. Got it. As you all approach the tavern, you can see quite a destroyed scene in front of you if you would like to approach. It appears as if the peaceful tavern you had seen before has been ravaged by what appears to be a brawl or a bar fight that happened as you were out and investigating.
Oh,
Crazy adventure happened while we were gone.
this wasn't our fault this time.
No, this... I think it just kind of happened. They needed to do renovations. That's how this happened.
This is certainly some weird way to renovate, but I'm not one to judge, I guess.
Yes. Oh yes, kobolds. And she'll quickly walk over with like a piece of toast in her mouth and reach in her pockets the little pink mare kobold. Yes, I have presents. Would you like presents?
Ooh, sure thing.
Sure?
Okay, your old badges are not real. These are the real badges. And she will hold out 5 shiny badges for you all. They are in the party stash. Y'all can take one, drag them into your inventory. Official.
Nah, I don't want to be a cop. She's gonna walk away.
Okay. What? You're not the cop. You're an adventurer for hire, hired by the mayor.
That's not the same. That's
No,
Not
cops have to
not
obey
exactly.
Cops have to obey the law. You don't.
oh, so we will be like licensed criminals.
Kind of. You still don't like murder people and do crime for crime purposes, but if you're doing good, I might look the other way to ensure
Also,
that
the
you're able to
fantasy
do your job.
universe.
Yes. I am also a little bastard. I'm an ex-adventurer like you. So I know what it means to do some things under the table to may or maybe not save the world.
So as Gillo gets his badge, he's like, "Oh boy, my very first camp badge."
Yeah, that's what those are.
Did no one tell them that this wasn't the... whatever.
No.
I
I
think that's just a them thing.
It's basically a form of identification to ensure that you don't get caught by the town guards and you are able to perform your duties as needed within the city limits of Magnimar and its vassal states, which includes a couple of towns around here.
I see.
I'm also going to pay you.
Oh,
Oh, hello,
Hey, yes,
welcome
nice.
back. Okay. Every one of you, I believe, gets 25 gold. So she will
Oh.
hand out little baggies of about 25 gold each. And also, you can feel as you sit down and rest power surging within you all. You are all now level 3.
Woo! Hooray!
Ooh.
Bart!
So, give yourself 25
I
gold
had to.
and make yourself level 3. She welcomes you to the table. And that is the story of your Magnimar kobolds and your one shot. Welcome to the team.
Hooray! You did it!
yay.
Dad. Sorry.
Kate will fidget with her helmet for a moment before removing it, tucking it under their arm. Kate's face revealed.
Wait, do you have a picture of yourself without the helmet?
We can upload it real quick.
It would be really funny if they are not a kobold, they are like a goblin or something.
It's
Oh,
just,
no.
just a set
Oh
of
no!
eyes.
This is a
Yeah.
problem because when I was being when I was the mysterious masked person, I was speaking in Goblin, and that was the language that they caught me with.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Also, how did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys enjoy your little one-shot adventure?
I loved it.
Was quite entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Mia, Vera?
Yeah, that's fun.
And Kate is currently making an image. Well, I will say,
Those-
for tradition's sake, we will move back to the regular tavern map. And for the last group of kobolds, we'll let you guys move your tokens to wherever you want to be on the regular tavern for the next adventurers to kind of help fill out the scene. If you look to the top right, we have our previous pack of kobolds enjoying a large, succulent fish dinner.
Are we
As well as
missing?
one-
Oh, they're on stage. They're on stage.
Yeah.
Currently
They're-
moving
Yeah, they're
because
dancing.
they're
with
in the foundry.
Cannot. Okay, there we go.
They do a little twirling.
So, if you all would like to sit around that table and have something to eat, let us know what you want. I guess we'll put it on the table.
There is no head. It hasn't been rendered.
Rep.
As we sit down, you know, Amy will lean over to Selena and she will be like, okay, now that we have these badges, let's go rob a bank.
Let's go what now?
So what now?
Rob a bank.
No! We don't get to rob a bank!
Okay.
This is your reminder that being the player does not make you exempt from the laws of society.
To be oh
They're so cute.
The spin.
to be fair, the way that Poro explained the badges is that they can just show it to the town guard, and they've got like carte blanche coverage of any of the shenanigans they get up to.
As long as it's within reason. You can't go to the old folks' home and start breaking legs just because you felt like it.
But what if the god of money comes down and it's like, I need the whole bank worth of gold? Bye.
Then you tell the mayor you're gonna go rob the bank first, and she'll get the key. That's what the key to the city's for.
Oh my god.
Hello, yes, one bake laundry, please.
With or without the crust?
Pink wrap rice with crusts?
Would you like it boneless?
Sure.
Ooh.
Banks have bones? I'm very
Are we
confused
there?
right now.
I mean, in fairness, I think I almost broke bones with the between the hammer and punching people.
Yep, that is Cade without their helmet. Well, it was. I
My-
closed the image.
So I feel
Me
like Gillo
I have been pulled to the jail scene.
I am not. No, why are they at the jail scene?
They were going to rob a bank, so I pulled them to the jail scene.
I was gonna say, they know what they did.
they know what they've done.
I don't know what they did.
You don't need to, you're the mayor.
Oh, true.
I mean,
Okay, now that we're in the jail, we can rob the jail.
Of what? The manacles that you're wearing?
Look, there's some
Hey.
pretty expensive bracelets.
Yeah. Listen, it's more about the sales than the money.
It's about knowing you can rob a jail.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
oh my goodness.
Y'all need
It's
to
like-
understand, every group's wanted to commit criminal acts to the point where I just had to make like an actual constable for this. There's a picture of them, by the way.
For the
It's true.
record, for the record, I don't want to commit crime.
Yeah, I think at this point Gillo's just waiting for like a waiter to come over to place his order.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with Constable Snarp. The best police force in town.
I would like to remind you that witnessing the crime or being complicit in said crime is still grounds for prosecution.
Moreover, morally, you should be ashamed of considering to attack an old lady in their own home.
Why? Well, the truth. She could be a hag, for all we know.
Yeah, but you don't know. That's exactly why it's a crime.
Well,
Yeah,
time
you
is in
can't
the
say I'm
age
wrong
of the
there.
beholder, I guess.
I would say I'm very glad you didn't beat my boyfriend over the head with a steel chair.
Thanks, hon.
So
I
wait,
appreciate
the old kobold was
Layla, yes.
Yes.
Layla? Okay.
Yep.
that. Yes.
Yep.
Selena didn't try to
I
hurt it.
fooled
She has
you.
very scary eyes.
She's supposed to look a bit off so that way you suspect her, but at the same time, she's a nice little old grandma who's giving you treats for doing a good job. How could you think that's bad?
Also, why is the fish? Why? Okay.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it. It's a. Haven't you ever played Spin the Fish before?
Ooh, I want to join.
Well, thank you all for joining us for this lovely one-shot this evening.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Gillo's gone!
Ah,
let us go find somebody we can drop a raid on and say hi to. Who is live
I
right
mean-
now?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Volt, aren't you doing a different Kobold game tonight?
No, that one got called off, but I am going to be going and playing some Repo after I get done here.
Okay. Well,
So,
we will,
I mean...
we will give you...
Sorry, go ahead.
how close are you to going live?
12-ish minutes. I could probably go live a little earlier if you want to raid into me.
I was going to do that, yeah.
Yeah, let me just go hop over, tell the folk that's in my chat what's up, and I will at least get my pre-stream rolling so you can raid into it.
Sounds good. But yeah, speaking of streams and whatnot, you guys at home should definitely follow the wonderful people that we have here that help make today happen with all the magic that we have. We've got Azure Artomis here, who helped with being a lovely old woman that did not get hit with a steel chair.
Thankfully.
As well as, basically, if the party ever got to 0 HP, they would stop you from dying by wandering into the cave and giving you guys some healing magic. Side effect?
You would. Oh, yeah.
Thank you again.
So that does make me a little curious. Was at any point, I would imagine at any given point, especially when that DM took over, that was when their kobold was technically the murderer, quote unquote.
Yeah, and we designed the cave where we played them.
Mm-hmm.
I also took care of the investigation stuff, setting up the numbers and whatnot, and the locations you could visit.
It was very appreciated, Side. Thank you.
Both groups skipped half the investigation, by the way.
Yeah, you guys found... you had very good checks and pretty much went right down the first route we put up.
The unlock for skipping half the investigation is having a swim speed, and both party had one.
Mm-hmm.
In our case, we had 2.
Yeah. Mizu, thank you.
Yeah.
And Kane, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Go give them follows as well. Mizu streams Dokapon Kingdom and Yakuza, and Kane streams sometimes with Sammy. Speaking of streamers, we've got a bunch of wonderful people who were part of this today. Martin, what do you do? What do you stream?
I'm actually going to go ahead and drop out a call, Abby. That way I can get everything situated.
Alrighty, well, we'll see you in a minute, Volt.
Bye.
Martin.
So I kind of just stream like whatever I feel like, and kind of inconsistently. But at the moment, I've been streaming a ROM hack called Pokemon Harvest Craft, which is essentially Pokemon Stardew Valley.
If people want to follow you, you're at Martin_the_Lampent, correct?
Yep.
So that would be, if I typed it into chat, twitch.tv/Martin_the_Lampent. Look at that, there you are. Mia, who are you? What do you
Hi.
do? Do you do cute art? Do you draw foxes?
Sometime. Not lately, but hopefully, yeah. Yeah.
You did wonderful this evening. Thank you, Mia.
Thanks.
Vera,
Hi,
who are you and what do you do?
I'm a fops.
Uh-huh.
I stream occasionally. Haven't recently because we've been busy with stuff, but me and I've been playing Monster Hunter on stream.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I try and catch your streams when I can. It's very cute. If
Yeah.
people wanted to follow you, they would have to follow you at twitch.tv/Vera Volpine.
Yep.
Let's go put that in chat so people can click on your name. Yeah, there's your cute fox with the cute scarf. And finally, Cade, Storm. You do a bunch of wonderful tabletop things with a bunch of wonderful groups. Did you want to quickly write up a little thing for yourself? Storm is a plushie on the internet, and if you hug them, they squeak. Watch this. I'm gonna go hug them real quick. Oh, now I'm here behind you, Cade. I'm coming in for a hug. I'm coming. Ah, that's so cute.
Approaches menacingly.
I'm coming for you, my little kobolds. Hello.
Hello.
Hello down there. I will
Small.
softly pet any kobold I see. But thank you all for coming out and watching. It is always awesome streaming for you all. I'm Abby. I do a bunch of tabletop stuff. I also stream whatever the heck I want whenever I want to. It's fun. It's nice. I do art, all that good stuff. If you enjoy my content, hit the follow button. If you don't, have a nice day and go follow Volt. We're about to go raid, even though they are not live yet. Stick around on their channel, give them a follow, give them some love. But thank you all for coming out and watching. It is wonderful watching you all. Oh yeah, if you go to this link, you can go right to Vera too, because they have vulpix.gay. So that's pretty cool. But thank you all for being here. What? What was
Nothing.
Oh,
Self thoughts. Don't worry about it.
it's all good. But thank you all for coming out and watching. It is always awesome streaming for you all. And we'll see you guys next time.
On this thing.
That we do.
Yeah.
Yep, until I hit the raid button, kobolds.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
See you next time.
Yep. Yep.
Alrighty.